Where are we off to?
Go through for a walk through town.
Leicester is one of the country's most historic cities, having been inhabited since Roman times. It began as a market town, and during the Industrial Revolution it was a leading producer of hosiery, textiles and footwear. At this time it was one of Europe's wealthiest cities. There's a sweet little street. And behind me we found a pub. So we're going to go in and have a drink. 1720. Nice little pub. The oldest pub in Leicester is believed to be haunted. Laughter has been heard in the cellar and two ghostly brothers often argue at the bar. A Leicester landmark since the early 18th century.
It's 1720, I think.
The globe has been owned by the Everard family from Victorian times to present day. Okay.
Alright, so here we are in Leicester at the Globe, which has been in the same family serving beer since 1720. They were serving beer earlier, but it hasn't been in the same family since then. It is the oldest drinking establishment in Leicester. And there were a whole heap of real ales on tap. I hadn't tried any of them. So I asked him what is the most popular, and he said it's the Tiger, which is a 4.8 golden ale. Colour's good. It's a beautiful head on it. It hasn't got much. It's a bit nothing. So yeah, it's down there at sort of 4 to 5. So let's say 4.5, and that's all you've got to say about that.
And I'll agree with that.
Leicester Cathedral. Statue of Richard III, who was King of England for 2 years, from 1483 to 1485. This is the abridged version of Guildhall. Dates back to medieval times. Richard III was important. It was built in 1390. It was built by influential businessmen and gentry, and it was actually founded in 1343. The guild was the richest in the town and a powerful force in medieval Leicester. The Guildhall today, it escaped demolition. They wanted to pull it down. Can you believe they wanted to rip this joint down in 1876? But the people said no way in the world we're going to do this. And it fell into a bit of disrepair, and in 1926 it was restored, and it's been open to the public ever since. There you go. This was laid here like over half a millennia ago. It's just uncomprehendable. That piece of wood is like 700 years old. It's a heddle.
A heddle?
Yeah, it's used when it predates a loom.
Oh.
For making, for weaving.
Okay.
It was used to weave fabrics. A standard weaving comb. They haven't really changed much in their design or look over the centuries. It looks like a blanking plate from microwave on a radar on a ship, but it's not that. It is. It's a weaving tablet.
Oh.
To make belts and things, so for weaving belts.
And the last one?
Lucky last, these are sliders, I'd say. Walls. They're used when you're spinning.
Okay.
Yeah, to weigh the spindle. Remember that lady we saw in Oxford who was spinning yarn? Yes. That's what she was using. Oh wow, Wendy. Do you have any paper? We're just going to make this document official, because this building has been used as a civic building since it was built in the 1300s. And this is the coat for... look at that. Beautiful. Isn't it beautiful?
Oh wow.
We'll keep that. That'll go in the good room.
Oh wow, this is like a little courtyard. The Guildhall courtyard. Oh my god, look at the back of that building there.
You can just imagine like the court jester out here entertaining people in the courtyard.
I think you should do that. I think you should entertain us.
Not on a Sunday.
Look at that.
We've been to Juliet's
That's what I'm going to
balcony.
call that. I'm going to call that the Juliet balcony.
Remember, we went to Verona.
Okay. This is the mayor's parlour. Very ornate.
We took the oath.
Ah.
You would have gavelled, or gavelled.
Gavelled?
Yeah.
Is that a verb, is it?
Yep, from today onwards it's a verb. The stained glass you can see there is from the 1500s.
Why is it a musical room?
Because it's the recorder's bedroom.
Oh.
You just feel that discomfort in this room. These are gibbet irons. They were used, this particular one was used to display the deceased body of a fellow called a bookbinder, a local one here by the name of James Cook, who had killed a Londoner, and he was hanged, and then put on public display in this. What's it? Is it a gibbet?
A gibbet iron.
Gibbet
Gibbet
iron.
irons.
Barbaric. This is a scold's bridle. It dates back to the 1600s and was placed on the person's head with the metal plate in the mouth to stop the wearer from speaking. Gossiping became a criminal offence as a way of trying to keep peace in the overcrowded town of Leicester.
What about the policeman's hat, man?
It's a beaver fur top hat that the policeman wore up until the 1871 when the police helmet was introduced. A lot of the people used to go gagas in those days, or gagas, nuts, because of the lead poisoning. The rainwater tanks were made of lead. This is about ½ an inch thick. This is what this is. Here's a little quiz.
Looks like the market's not open on a Sunday, but it's quite substantial. I don't know, collection 4B in 4 minutes.
We are back in my favourite place. It's the Argos waiting zone.
They skipped us. We're 215. They've skipped us again.
And you're up.
So now we've got more storage for our summer days because we were full up.
Near this site stood the Church of the Grey Friars, where the body of King Richard III, the last Plantagenet King of England, was interred after his death, aged 32, at the Battle of Bosworth Field, 22nd of August, 1485.
Back to the boat. Mangus is doing his bush tucker yet again.
Well, it's not hard to do bush tucker in England. It's everywhere you look is food. This is a mop wringer. Stick your mop in there, press the handle there, give it a good old spin on the handle, and your mop is wrung.